Hey everyone, it's Jen from You So Much, and today I wanted to invite you all to an online party. Let's go party, guys! What do you think? Okay, so what I'm talking about, as many of you may have heard this metaphor before, is an online party is basically what social media is. If you're going to be joining the party, you gotta be kind of following the same rules that you would at a normal party. And a lot of people may have heard this before. You wouldn't just meet somebody at a party and say, hey, nice to meet you, would you like to buy my thing? And I totally agree. I think that's totally true. You wouldn't just say that to someone that you just met at a party, and you definitely shouldn't say it to your customers on your social media before they've had a chance to get to know you. I want you to really think about that and take it to a deeper level. So if you were at a party and you did come face to face to your ideal client, what would you say to them? What would you say to engage with them, to find out more about them, to tell you a little bit about yourself so they're intrigued, but you're not just flat out asking for the sale right then because they haven't had a chance to get to know you, right? So I think one of the most important things you can do if you haven't done it already is write out the description of your ideal clients, your hero. The hero of your brand is the person who is your ideal client, who really needs your products and services, but even more important is that there's somebody who you want to work with, right? That you have the fantasy of working with them because you know you can really, truly help them overcome their obstacles and get to that fantasy life that they want to live. So I have a video about this that I'll link in the description below about how to write out your ideal customer avatar. But I also have a special gift for you at the end, so stay tuned for that. Now, getting back to social media, one of the things that I think it's really important for you to think about is what kinds of questions you would ask your ideal customer. What kinds of things would you want to know about them? And then on the other side, what kinds of things would you want them to know about you? What would you want them to walk away remembering about you if they were to think back about that cocktail they had with you the next morning? What would you want them to remember? What impression do you want to leave in their mind before you pass out at the end of the party? Just kidding, you don't want to do that in front of your ideal customer either. Now, one of the things that I think some people do really, really well on social media is that they have really great pictures, right? Obviously, a lot of the social media that's out there is sort of picture or video driven, right? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, right? You have a lot of great pictures and a lot of great things that help them visually understand what you're all about. But it's also really important to think about what the copy is of the post that you're posting with that picture. Did you know that in magazines, one of the most read copy in magazines is actually the picture captions? So it's really important to pair the pictures that you're posting with a caption. And the way that I like to think about it is actually the picture in a lot of social media is actually kind of like the headline. So you want to grab their attention and drive curiosity and speak to your ideal customer with the picture as if it were the headline. And then think of the caption itself as almost more like the subheadline. It's a little bit more conversational, it's a little bit more engaging, and it's also going to take that interest that you caught with the picture one step further. So what do you say? Well, again, if you know exactly who it is you're talking to, if you've written out the description of that one ideal customer, you've actually named that person, you know where they live, you know where their interests are, then you have a really great idea of what it is that you want to post. Let's say, for example, you're a Portland-based photographer. Your ideal customer loves the rain and they love pictures of the rain. So it makes it so much easier for you to make sure you're posting pictures of the rain. Let's say they also really love dogs and they love to snuggle inside on a rainy day with a cup of coffee. If you have a dog and you know your ideal customer loves dogs, then you should be posting pictures of your dog snuggling up in front of the fire, talking again about the rain outside. This is why it's so important to really have such a clear idea of who your hero is so that you can just easily talk to them. So one of the things that you can do that makes it really easy is sit down and make a list of maybe 8, 10, 12 categories of things that you want to make sure that you're posting on a regular basis. So maybe that's Portland rain, maybe it's dogs. Maybe there's something about your brand that you really want people to know. For example, for me, chocolate for breakfast. I'm always talking about chocolate for breakfast, and my message there is that people should have a little bit of indulgence, enjoy life, etc., etc. So that's something I'm always posting about in my social media. So think about those things that are important to you as a brand that are also things that your customer cares about. The other thing that I always really recommend is if they were to look at your feed, could they tell who you are and what you do for a living? Can they tell you're a photographer? Can they tell you're a writer? Are you doing things in that post? Are you talking about those things and showing pictures of those things that reflect who you are? So when they look at your feed, it's a curated post that shows what you're all about and what kinds of products and services you can offer to help them. The other thing about social media is that it's very newsworthy, which basically what I'm trying to say here is it's all about the current events, what's going on right now. So unlike a blog post where you might have a timeless blog post that's sort of about your philosophy or something that is a little bit more timeless that people can go back to again and again, social media is really more about what's happening right now. And so think about how you can post something that's going on with you or your business or your brand that your customer cares about in the context of your daily life. So for example, if you're a weight loss coach and you're at your son's soccer game, you can post a picture of yourself on the sidelines and you're in the rain and you're eating some healthy snack like an apple on the sideline. You don't have to post something that actually shows your son playing soccer, but it can still reflect that you're like a soccer mom, right? And especially if your ideal customer is also a mom and concerned about eating healthy foods, then you're really truly speaking to your customers about the things that they care about. You're reflecting your business, and then you're also showing where you are. Now, if you are location based, I highly recommend that you do refer to your hometown often in your posts. And of course, you don't have to say, hey, I'm hanging out in Portland. You do it in a way that's engaging with what's going on with you right then and there. So if someone were to go look at your feed, oh, that's a weight loss coach in Portland and I really need to lose some weight, this is somebody I'm interested in. Oh, she's a mom too. That's awesome. That kind of thing, right? You get the idea. The other thing that I always do for all my copywriting clients that I highly suggest you do for your social media as well is I list out all the features of my product and service. So write down all the little particular things about what it is you're offering to your customer, and then write out the corresponding benefits. So for example, if you're a weight loss coach and it's a 6-week program, for example, what are the benefits of that? Well, it could be that it's a quick program, that they're going to receive results in 6 weeks, etc., etc. Write down all of the benefits for your customer of that feature. And then ask yourself why it's important to them. Why does that really matter to them? So dig really deep for each one of those benefits and ask yourself why your ideal customer would really care about that benefit. Because once you start doing that, then you can start tying that into your social media as well. So for example, let's say you're a weight loss coach and it's a quick 6-week program and they're done in 6 weeks, then they might be really important to them because then they have free time to focus on their kids. They can feel like a good mom. They can be proud of themselves, right? Dig deep and ask some of those reasons why they want to lose the weight, why that specific feature is important to them, and what it means to their life outside of just the goal of losing weight. And then the other thing I would highly recommend you think about doing is think about what kind of call to action you want to put on the post. Again, we don't necessarily want to be selling something every single post. You can do that every once in a while because after a while, your social media audience will get to know you. There'll be somebody who's coming back to the party again and again, right? So it's not that you can't ever sell anything on social media. I'm the first one to say you should be selling. People who want your products and services need your help and they want it. So don't shy away from selling. However, we know we don't want to be posting post after post after post where you're selling something because that becomes annoying too. So think about what other kinds of call to actions you can have on there. Maybe it's a call to action like asking them to comment on your videos, right? Maybe it's a call to action where you're asking them to sign up for an email list or they're opting in to get a freebie. Maybe you're telling them about a workshop that you're hosting in your local area. Perhaps maybe you want them to take a survey or sign up for a free consultation. There's a variety of different call to actions. It could even just be, hey, go look at this blog post I wrote, right? It could just be a link to a blog post. It doesn't have to be, again, a selling something, but think about the purpose of each post and how it can really help you and help your business and your customer at the same time. And then the last thing I'll say is to plan ahead. It will make your life so much easier if you can plan ahead for what you're going to be posting. And it doesn't have to be exact, right? If you picked out that 8 to 12 categories, you could just put those down on your calendar. And then when that day comes, you can say, okay, today I'm going to be posting about my dog. Let me grab a picture of my dog and put it on Instagram. And how am I going to relate this back to my business? What kind of call to action will this relate to, right? So just be thinking ahead, because then it will make your life so much easier and you'll be so much more likely to post as well. One final tip I'll also give is think about where you want to have your party, right? You don't necessarily be needing to post in every single social media platform. I know I, for example, have my favorites that I love, like Twitter and YouTube, and other people really love Instagram and Snapchat, which I love Snapchat too. But me, for example, I'm not even on Instagram now. It's something I really want to do, and I think it'd be really fun, and I see other people posting on Instagram, so I want to learn. So by the way, if you have any tips or tricks for Instagram, I'll leave it in the comments below. But otherwise, the point is pick the ones that you really love and focus on those first and really get good at those and get a feel for them. And especially if it's a new one and maybe you haven't tried it before, maybe it's not going to work for you. Maybe it doesn't work for your schedule. Maybe it just doesn't work for your type of personality, for your strengths. And be willing to just drop it if it doesn't work. Like if you decide you want to do a Facebook group and it's not working, feel free to just close the group. If you're trying Snapchat and all of a sudden you realize you just kind of don't like that immediate video platform, then just decide you're not going to do Snapchat, right? So you can try some things and see which ones you like the best, and don't be shy, because sometimes you'll discover that you really love them way more than you ever thought before, and it becomes a really fun party. If you're having fun, then your guests are going to have fun too. Okay, if you're still kind of like, I have no idea what my ideal customer is like, I don't know what she or he would be interested in, I have no idea what to post about, then I highly suggest that you really take the time to write out your ideal customer avatar, because again, once you have that, it's like literally talking to somebody you know intimately. You know exactly what they would want to know about, and so you don't have to even think about what to post. You'll know. So you are in luck, because I have a free worksheet for you that will help you really figure out who your ideal customer is. You can download it by clicking on the link up above, and I'll put the link down below. And I have one little tip for you. Think about what kinds of things you want to be doing for your clients. Where is it that you can help them with their struggles? Who is it that would be so fun to work with? Write that client description, because then you'll be building your business and attracting those clients that you want to work with. All right, thanks you guys. I'd love to hear any thoughts or comments that you have. Leave it in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to write down your fantasies, because words make it real. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.